Happy Friday, UQuest family. Welcome back. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about today's live only because today we're going to talk about something that's really near and dear to me. If you if you have ever found yourself constantly saying yes when you really want to say no, or you feel drained from always trying to keep the peace and make others happy, just to avoid conflict, then let me tell you this live is for you. This live is definitely for you. Today, we're talking about how to break free from people pleasing, from being a people pleaser. Let's be honest, it's really exhausting. It's really exhausting trying to be everything to everyone. And somewhere along the way, you yourself end up getting lost in the process. So if you're ready to stop overgiving and start protecting your own energy and finally feel good about putting you first, then you are definitely in the right place. You are definitely in the right place because I get it. I was there too. And I still go there sometimes. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy to break free from being a people pleaser. When you are constantly worried about making sure everybody likes you and making sure you're doing all the right things, it slowly starts to eat away at your self-worth. And you eventually start getting really resentful and feel really guilty because you don't want to disappoint anybody and always worrying about what others are thinking. I can't count how many times I worry about what others are thinking based off of me trying to make everybody happy. But guess what? That love and approval that you're looking for, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. All that people pleasing does is really leaves you drained and resentful and honestly disconnected from your own needs. So when you learn how to break free from that, it is so energizing to know that you can be yourself and other people will accept you saying no to them. They will accept you saying no to them because it's showing them that you respect your boundaries and it's also teaching them to also respect your boundaries. You can still be kind and supportive without constantly betraying your own boundaries. But being able to do that, to show others that this is where this is where it stops for me. You can do what you want with it, but this is where it stops for me. It helps teach them how to respect you also. So let's dive into the 3 tips that are going to help you start to break free from being a people pleaser and be able to reclaim your time and your energy because it's extremely draining to constantly say yes when you really want to be saying no, which leads to the very first tip. Know, know what your yes and no's are. If you don't know what a real yes or a real no feels like in your body, it can be really easy to override that feeling and not know your own needs. So listen to your body. Our bodies are so intelligent. They can do so many wonderful things. If you tune in and take a step back, when someone asks you to do something for you, take a step back and be like, how does that feel inside right now? If I don't have a really good feeling inside about it, that's when you should be saying no. So again, before you respond, to anybody asking you to do something, pause and ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Or do I feel like I should do it? That's the difference. If you really don't want to be doing it, but you feel like you should do it, that's probably you. That's your body's way of telling you you should say no because your yes should feel good and expansive and really empowering. A no is going to feel really tight and forced. A no is going to feel really tight, draining, and forced. So try that today. Practice saying, "Can I get back to you on that?" maybe you need to think about it a little bit when someone asks for something from you. Give yourself time to check in before you actually tell them what you can and cannot do for them. This small pause really it helps give your power back. Tip two, learn how to or redefine basically what boundaries mean to you. People pleasers a lot of times think that boundaries are mean and that they're selfish and that they're going to push people away from them. But the opposite actually is true. Boundaries help build honest and healthy relationships where you're not silently suffering on the inside or putting yourself out there to do these things that you just don't have time to be doing. Boundaries say, as I said earlier, they say, I respect myself and I respect you enough to be real with you about my wishes. So being able to reframe those boundaries and knowing that setting boundaries isn't rejection. It's not rejection. It's self-respect. And it helps people learn how to love you in a way that can honor your truth as well. And they really honestly learn to respect you in the same. So if you've ever said, I don't want to hurt your feelings, remind yourself that your discomfort is not more important than their needs. Your discomfort needs to come at a time when you can give yourself the peace that you need. So your discomfort is giving them the peace that they're looking for versus your comfort would give you the peace that you're looking for. Tip number 3, you want to get really clear on what being a people pleaser is costing you. Every time that you say yes to something that you really don't want to be doing, you're saying no to something that you actually want. You're saying no to something that you are trying to get done. Whether it's time with your family or time to work on goals that you've been trying to achieve, or just having some time to yourself to unwind and have some type of peace of mind, you are trading that for the approval and the acceptance of other people so that you're looking like the good one. You don't have to do that. Honor yourself enough to say no if it doesn't feel good. And be able to do that, try making a list of things that you've said yes to in the last week that has really drained you or has taken you away from something that you really want to be working on. And then write down what that cost you. Did it cost you your time, your energy, your happiness? It likely costed you something by you saying yes when you really wanted to say no. So once you can see the trade-offs really clearly, it becomes a lot easier to say no. And you realize eventually that people pleasing really does have a price, and it's usually your own happiness. And once you get better at not being such a people pleaser, imagine how much better you can get at managing your own time. It ties into so many other aspects of life, not being a people pleaser. I'm not going to lie, it's not easy. You're going to feel guilty, but eventually you get used to saying yes to the things you want to say yes to and no to the things that are going to drain you, and it gets easier. I promise you it gets easier. So just to recap, going back on the 3 things that you can do to stop being such a people pleaser is know your yes and no and recognize how it feels inside your body. Redefine what those boundaries actually mean to you and how it can help by creating better boundaries, and then get really, really clear on what being a people pleaser is costing you. You can break free from people pleasing. You can. It starts with really small shifts. and listening to yourself, listening to your body, setting really honest boundaries, and choosing you without guilt. You can do it, and it will get easier without the guilt, I promise. And if this is something that you know you need more help with, I'm actually hosting a group challenge in a couple weeks to work with some amazing people for free for a short amount of time to be able to help you create healthier boundaries, have happier relationships, and finally have that sense of freedom, that time freedom that you've been yearning for without the constant people pleasing. So if this is something you're interested in, drop an I'm in the comments or DM me the word boundaries, whatever it is, and I'll send you all the details. I would love to help you break free from being a people pleaser because you deserve to be free and loved and in control, feel in control of your life. So let's get you there. And that's all I have for today. Thank you. Thank you for being here and have a most wonderful rest of your day and a very, very happy Easter.